Blue wolf pack. So I've got quite a bit to rant about. I have been told and supposedly diagnosed to be paranoid and shit like that, for my beliefs. And like, I remember at some point I reported Maria and Bernardo, Alicia Cadigay, Marino Ali Bautista Quemada, Frank Marinus Clausen III for molesting and raping me. I think also my cousin, Christian Acevedo Cruz. And that all happened like around August 2020. That was quite something. So what happened was I gained recollection, memories, traumatic memories are processed differently than regular memories, or at least not traumatic memories, so it can take a while for it to come up. The reason these memories started to pop up was because I had a Reiki session, I believe February 2020. So, let's see. I went to Thailand. My mom sent me with this healer, and she knew someone who was a Reiki master, and the Reiki master was teaching someone else to do Reiki, and I was like the test subject. They literally called me a guinea pig. So that was a thing. That was interesting. During the session, okay, so in case you don't know what Reiki is, you have to know what chakras are first. At least that's my way of explaining it. I'm not like a master, obviously, but I know enough. So chakras are energy centers in your body. They just have certain energy. Each one has a different significance. I'll just focus on the root chakra, which is at the base of your spine, which focuses on, trigger warning for this video, by the way. If trigger warning, sexual abuse is triggering for you, I do not recommend watching this, but it is important to talk about. So let's see. The root chakra is associated with sexual stuff, right? And grounding and feeling safe. So, during the session, I had pretty much like a movie of all these trapped memories playing behind my eyes. So essentially what I was doing in that session, I just laid down. They said they wouldn't touch me. I didn't drink anything, and I didn't smoke anything. I didn't no, like, I literally had nothing. And they also I think that was it. So, like, the only things they do is put your hands like this. Let's say this is my body. They just put their hands over like this, something like that. So I was just laying there. This movie, these memories came in of, again, trigger warning, Martina Marinoli Bautista Quemada and her friend Logan, I don't know his last name, raping me in Logan's house, bathroom, the bathroom of his house. Then more came. I believe it was also Logan's house. I was kind of running through grass, I think in the backyard, and Martina came up to me, running after me with a needle, and she put it here. Like, what's it called? Like, one of those things that you inject people with. I forgot what those are called. It's like a syringe with a needle. I forgot. When you get like a shot or something. Yeah. And then I believe I was at Martina's condo. And I was with one of her friends. Her name was, at least the name she gave me was Foxtrot or something. And we were like essentially running away from her, Martina, Fox and I, like trying to find a way out of the condo. Then there was memories. It's like, let's say this is the living room facing this master bedroom, and there's a door, and I'm like sitting here on the couch, and like I see Martina. She has at the time he was 2 years old. Trigger warning. She was sexually abusing him on the bed when she was changing his diaper. The other memory is I was in my room with Logan and Martina. And like I saw Martina molesting my niece. So yeah, ever since all that shit came up, I ended up trying to seek help, talking to the healer that was taking care of me. Mind you, I went alone to Thailand at the age of 16. And the last time I was in Thailand, I was with my mom's internet friend. Maria's internet friend. Sorry, she's not my mom. And since he was just there to like house me and take care of me. Mind you, like the first day I was like, we went to, I think, what was it called? Phuket. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. So like, first I arrived at the house. I stayed in my own room. Then we were at a hotel in Phuket. So I arrived in Bangkok, then we went to Phuket. And I think it was the first night. He hugged me goodnight. Like, I love hugs. Or did. And he pulled me into the bed. Mind you, there was 2 beds. So like he held me and then, you know, fell back and like brought me into his bed. Anyway, I was very much uncomfortable. And he was saying like, stay with me, sleep with me, and I was like, I need to charge my phone. Like I was trying to find any way to get out of that situation and go to my own bed. Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. Luckily I was able to get up and like I put my phone to charge and like I was just on my phone. I think I texted Martina because I was with her at the time. That was 2018. That was the first time I went to 2019 was the first time I went to Thailand, and then the second time was with Mitsumi. So yeah, and like I'm on my phone in the bed, and like my own bed, and he was like, come on, why don't you come stay with me, and blah blah blah. And I was just like, no, I'm good, I'm tired, I just want to sleep and like, you know, be fine. Mind you, I was 15. I don't know how old he was, maybe 30, 35, maybe late 30s. And I was just so uncomfortable. So then I think I just kind of ignored him the rest of the trip, or like, I don't know. I just remember we went island hopping one of those days. I think I was there for 2 weeks. Damn, that's a fucking long time. Why would you fucking send your child overseas without yourself as a parent with a stranger that you met online? Like, both of these people were strangers, Mitsumi and Jean. He's a Thai actor. So yeah, I was there for 2 weeks, I believe, the first time. And yeah, so we were island hopping, and then, you know, he didn't want to be in the sun at all. I think his girlfriend joined us at some point, and like, you know, they decided to go on their little date. He doesn't go in the sun because he doesn't want to tan himself, because he doesn't want to be tan, because he's an actor. And I think, you know, he wears makeup and he does his hair, so he doesn't want to get ugly. So yeah. So yes, I'm like on this beach alone while they're on their date or doing whatever they were doing, and I'm swimming, enjoying myself. A group of men wave at me. I wasn't uncomfortable at first. I was like, oh, look, humans, because, you know, I wanted interaction. A 15-year-old child needs attention, and I was like, oh, look, humans. You know, I just saw them as like, oh, they just want to, I don't know, talk or something. Mind you, I was in the water. You know, they wave and they think they say, come here, and I was like, oh, maybe they want to say something. And then he grabs me, one of the men grabs me, puts his hand, trigger warning, down my pants, like my bikini, and I think he was on my chest as well. Yeah, I got out of that so quick. Like, you know, as traumatizing as that was, I'm sorry, I'm grateful it didn't go any further than that, at least that I remember, you know, because the next thing I remember, I think I just got out of his arms, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And like, they didn't speak English. I guess they assumed I was Thai, and I'm assuming they also thought I was a prostitute or something. So I, like, and even if I was, like, what the fuck? I like got out of his arms and I swam like underwater the whole time, because I noticed they weren't really swimming too deep into the water. Like, they weren't going too deep. They were scared of the waves. So I dipped. I went underwater and swam as far away as possible. I called Martina, you know, the same person who did X, Y, and Z. And she was like, what the fuck? Like, why? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I knew this trip wasn't good. Like, your mom isn't there, and like, this stranger's taking care of you and doesn't care, and like, damn, blah blah blah. Mind you, I get to a hotel. I yell at him for what happened at the hotel. And then I think we're in our room, and like, I call Martina from the balcony and like tell her what happened again, or we kind of talk about it again, or we're just talking, and then she brings up a horrible, disgusting thing that very much triggered me because of what just happened earlier. She's like, trigger warning, she was, I think, in the car with her friend Michelle, no, she was alone, and Michelle sent her a picture of herself or a recording. I don't know what it was, but like, Michelle was like, oh, the people next to me, like, she was in a parking lot. Michelle's in a parking lot, I think at school, and like, looks over to her side and sees someone giving head to some guy or whatever, and sends that to Martina, and Martina proceeds to tell me, like, that's a fucking red flag. What the fuck? That's just weird. Why would you tell me that? Like, why do I care? And she's like, and I think I told her that. I was like, why would you tell me that? And she's like, oh, I just thought it'd be funny. Like, I thought it was funny. And I was like, do you not realize what just happened to me, and you're gonna talk about sex like that? Like, that's disgusting. I don't want to do anything to do about that. Like, I don't want any sexual, like, comment. Like, nothing to do with sex. Like, that's just disturbing. And I think we even fought about it. And she's like, oh, fuck, like, I'm sorry, like, but, I don't know. She was just being defensive, her usual self. Let's see, how long have I been recording for? 17 We'll record up to 20, and then I'll probably make a second video so this can upload. Hopefully I can. Sometimes I don't get to finish my stories, but part of it's out here. I hope you enjoyed the class. I just remembered something. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, so that was a hard time. That was the first time in Thailand, 2019. So I brought that up because of the second time I was in Thailand with Mitsumi, the healer. So mind you, after the Reiki session, I tell Mitsumi what I recalled, what came up to my memory, and she's like, she was defending Martina, and like, even brought up, like, I was talking about, but like, she injected me with something, like, that's gross. Like, if you want to have sex with someone, why not just have their consent? Something along those lines, because I've been very educated about this stuff since maybe 12, at least that's what I remember, because like 12 and under, I don't remember much. I wouldn't say I remember anything, to be honest. Well, some things, traumatic things that came up as well. But let's see. Oh yeah, so we were in the car driving somewhere, and like, I was telling her like about the consent, and then she was like, are you sure that's just not her way of expressing her love? And that was the most twisted thing, and I think I yelled at her, and I was like, you're a stupid bitch, why would you fucking say that to anyone? You're a fucking piece of shit. And like, you know, I told my mom too, and like, Maria got mad at me, that's my mom, and was like, why would you yell at her? Like, she's hosting you and like doing all these favors for you, like, you're a horrible person. Made me feel hella guilty for calling her the fuck out for being an enabler of rape and molestation and pedophilia and whatnot. I ended up telling Frank Marinus Clausen III, my so-called karate coach at the time. He called himself the logistics manager. Oh, I'll make a part 2. I love you. Take care. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share if you want. I'll be back.